So I just dropped somebody off named Nida. I don't know why. It's always a bit weird to pick up people from like your own little subcontinent. Like, you know, India, Bangladesh, Pakistan. I don't know. There's like a little bit of tension there. Sometimes. You know, but I'll take that tension over, well, you know, someone getting into the car and asking, where are you from? Yeah, that question never used to terrify me. You know, it's okay. You know, people want to know. People want to talk. But I remember once I was in New Jersey. I was in the New York area? New York, right? Yeah. And I didn't realize it was like a pretty bad area. Or at least, maybe it was New York. It was a bad area. I forgot if it was New York or not. But it was in New Jersey. It was far away from the Holland Tunnel. I remember I dropped somebody off near there. And I'm like, you know what? I'll pick up a few rides while I'm coming back. And at some point they come back empty. So I picked somebody up. And it's a guy, late 50s, unkempt beard, dark, African American. He was black. His wife, they had 3 kids, 2 girls and an infant. I don't remember whether the infant was a boy or a girl. I can't recall. I remember the guy came in the front and he sat into the car. Number 1, he wouldn't wear a seatbelt. So I'm like, dude, I'm sorry, sir. Very polite, uber polite. Sir, I'm sorry, I can't start unless you put on the seatbelt. His daughter eventually, not the wife, his daughter, who was I think 7 years old, 7, 8, she seemed pretty small, told her father, Dad, you gotta wear this seatbelt. So he puts on the seatbelt. Right there, red flags in my head. I'm like, please, Lord, let this be a quick ride. I accept the ride. It's a 15-minute ride. It's not far, it's not close, it's doable. I start to roll, stop at the first intersection a second. I stopped at an intersection, I can't remember which one. He asked me the question, where are you from? I was already a bit iffy, so I'm like, you know, I'm from New York. He's not, I'm like, well, he's like, where are you really from? I'm like, New York, Brooklyn. He's like, where are your parents from? And I'm from Pakistan, but I've been here since I was 3 years old. But he was giving me those vibes, so I told him, I mean, obviously I'm not white, you know, so I told him that my parents are from, you know, Pakistan. And then he got weird. He's like, are you Muslim? And I didn't answer that. Just got quiet. And then he kept looking at me. Like, he's not looking anywhere. He's looking at me. I'm looking front. 2 minutes, some time of this, 2 minutes, maybe some minutes of his. I'm terrified. I'm just terrified at this point. I don't remember. He asked a lot of other questions after that. There were a lot of weird questions, you know. And I remember just feeling pretty scared. And his daughter obviously picked up on that. She's like, Dad, stop, you're scaring him. That actually made me even more terrified. I'll admit, I drove maybe a bit recklessly after that. My number 1 priority in that point was, don't get knifed or shocked. Yeah, number 1 priority, you know. I got cut off because, again, accepted the ride. And usually my priorities have 3. The safety of the customer, the safety of my car, and getting the customer there at a reasonably fast pace while obeying all traffic laws. My safety doesn't even come into never usually comes in the equation because I'm never usually afraid for my safety. That moment, pop, my safety went all the way up there. I'm like, ooh. I remember I took a 15-minute ride, 7 minutes, maybe 8 minutes. I shaved off a huge piece of time on that ride. I remember he lived in like the project type area and they had like security. Once I saw that cop, I was like, oh, thank you. And I dropped him off. I turned the fucking app off immediately. I'm like, fuck no, this is just not worth it. It's just not worth it. No amount of money 3x isn't worth it if I die. Yeah. I just got another rider just got at it. So I think this is a pool. I'm gonna buzz out.